Ole Miss survives what I thought was an early game that was really good. Survives against Oklahoma here. And I got to be real with you. I thought going into this game, in the start of the game, it was going to be a rout by Ole Miss, but it wasn't. They start off the game with a touchdown. They go up 7-0. They make a big stop on Oklahoma after a 10-play drive. But then they go 3 and out and have a punt. Then they allowed something that I did not know that Oklahoma could do. Oklahoma in 8 plays for 60 yards goes down and scores. Then you have to line up offensively again. So the game should have been tied. It's not tied. It's 7-6 off the missed PAT. But you have a punt, field goal, turnovers on downs, punt. And then end of half. So offensively in the first half for Ole Miss, I look at them, you're down 14-10. You were not good offensively. You get a field goal, okay, sure, but you get a turnover on downs. You have to have a punt. Look, man, I feel like for whatever reason, this year for Ole Miss, something is just vastly off. I don't know if it's a Trey Harris not being there, but you're not lining up and being able to run the football, number one, which is a problem. You're not getting pre-scoring the football enough, which I think is another big problem. But Jackson Dart, man, he's putting you in bad situations. You know, in the first half, guys, there was a stretch there where he went 2 for 9 throwing the football. That's going to get you beat no matter who you play. Whether it's Oklahoma or the School of the Deaf and Blind, that is going to get you beat. And to Oklahoma's credit in the first half, man, they came out swinging. Jackson Arnold, I thought Jackson Arnold played his heart out. His O-line stinks, but he led to immaculate, absolutely immaculate first half drives. The last one was beautiful. 13-play, 92-yard drive. He has a run for 3. He has a run for 12. Ole Miss calls a timeout. Then Barnes gets a run for 12. Arnold gets a pass to Barnes that's complete for 19. Arnold scrambles, picks up 4 yards. Scrambles, picks up 5 yards. Tatum with a run for 5. Okay, Arnold, then a completion to Jordan for 14 yards. Then you have Arnold again running for 4 yards, and then he gets sacked. Then you have another timeout. Then Jackson Arnold completes the pass to Jacob Jordan for 9 yards and a touchdown. Jackson Arnold kept that drive alive. He was the biggest key and factor of why you had a pulse in the first half. Now, here's what Ole Miss fans will tell you, and I don't completely disagree. We didn't really know what to go off of because Oklahoma's coordinator got fired, and we're kind of playing catch up a little bit here. Very fair. Very fair. However, you let Jackson Arnold in 2 scoring drives kind of run all over you, but you would completely remedy that. Second half was the tale of 2 halves, man. As bad as I thought and as sluggish as I thought that Ole Miss was in the first half, completely changed in the second half. Let's look at Ole Miss's defense against Oklahoma in the second half. They had forced a 3 and out to start off the second half, a 3 and out, a punt, a 3 and out, a punt, a 3 and out, a 3 and out. Complete and total domination. This is, I mean, there's no drives here. You got 3 plays, 3 plays, 6 plays, 3 plays, 14 plays, then a turnover on downs, 3 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, 4 plays. I mean, for what it's worth in the second half, Ole Miss 1,000% dominated, outright dominated defensively. Guys, there's nothing that you can do better than what Ole Miss looked like defensively in the second half. Now, for the Rebels, you got a big game against Georgia coming up. You do have Mississippi State, I guess, at the end of the year. But, man, if your defense is going to play like that against a quarterback in Jackson Arnold that we have seen that can be turnover prone, are you going to be able to figure some things out offensively and not have sluggish halves or start to games that continue to plague you on being the team that you can be. Like, let's call it what it is, man. Defensively, Ole Miss has been really good in a lot of really big situations this year. I don't care about if you want to talk about Kentucky, guys. Anytime that you do some of the things that they did against Kentucky, it's immaculate. But the Lane Kiffin offense this year has kind of been schooled. And a lot of that has to do with that I feel like that they're trying to make Jackson Arnold something that he's not. Because those incompletions are horrible. Second half, though, I mean, you had a 3-and-out. You had a touchdown by Jackson Dart throwing the pre-scoring. By the way, pre-scoring needs the football more. I don't care what anybody says. Pre-scoring gets another big 14-yard play, and then Jordan Watson for 34 yards and J.J. Pegues a 1-yard touchdown. Pre-scoring is the guy that y'all got to continue to go to. He is a game changer. It's interesting on the drives that you didn't go to pre-scoring, you didn't score. You didn't score. You had either a turnover on downs or you didn't score outright and you had a punt. So, look, man, regardless of what you want to say or what I want to say, it's a good win. I mean, total domination in the second half, just completely and utterly insane to me on some of the things that Ole Miss defensively can do. But you couldn't run the football to save your life in some moments. All right, let's wrap it up here.